guys, surprise, it's us.
And it's a Thursday morning show.
We
Although
are.
Braden, I don't know what time it is for Braden. It might be Tuesday. I don't know.
I think it's opening day for Braden. Tell us what the Jets do. If it's heads or tails, I want to bet the coin toss. Trin, the great. Thank you, man. I know you're new to me. If you wouldn't mind subbing it up. Eminon, as always. What's up, brother? Trin is here. Braden. I'm sorry to hear you went through the fantasy league, but I understand. Trin, where are you? It's still Wednesday. You could.
As long as you're on Central Time Zone or before, it's actually still Wednesday. So.
Man, I'm smart. Me.
Where's your
GB 515. What's up? I believe you're new to the channel.
Nevada.
Anyone new to the channel, please subscribe. I'm trying to build the channel up. I always say that I'm the Artie Lang. I wouldn't be the greatest running my own show, but like you throw me a topic on the side, I could take off. I got the one-liners. I could discuss anything, but I'm not the producer, right? I'm not the Gary. I'm not the Howard. I'm more like an Artie type of guy. 940 in Sin City. It's always Sin City, whatever city I'm in.
I was a little bit
Jason, welcome to the channel, brother.
Yeah,
So,
that whole Arizona Nevada area, I'm like, is that mountain? Is that Pacific? It always throws me a little bit with their time zones. But the 940, yeah, well, I'm in the 757, but my area code is the 630. Man, back when I was in Jersey, we only had 2 area codes. I mean, that's how long ago that was. How many have you got now? Like 20?
Little trivia. What were they?
201. That's the easiest one. And 908 came along, and 732. I remember those.
732 was when they chopped it to add the Central Jersey.
So Central. So I remember
609 was South Jersey.
609. 609. Yeah.
Yeah.
I barely ever went to
609, 201, and then they added like 908. They split the North into 908 and 201, and then they split Central down, so 732 and 609.
Okay, because I remember it was 908 548 2165. That was our house number forever, and I still remember it now. It's crazy.
Braden, you don't draft players; you draft a team, and then
you get special teams.
You get points based on sacks. You get 1 interception. You get 1. If they give up more than 30 points, you lose 6 points. If they get a shutout, you get like 10-point bonus. So there's structure to the defense, but you get. Jason, nice. Oh. Iowan with the popping in to give you a like. Nighty night. Be good, brother. I'll send you the email tomorrow. Iowan, if you're still here, download the Sleeper app.
I got to check this app out. I got to tell you, I'd never heard of it myself.
It's fantastic. You can do free agent auction instead of waiver wire. You can allot an amount of money, either $100, $200, and then each week, say Zach Wilson has 6 touchdowns, 500 yards week 1. The guy who's first in the waiver wire doesn't automatically get him if he claims him. You put in a blind bid. So if I have 200, I might say, all right, I'm going to drop my backup of Matt Ryan, and I'm going to bid 31 for Zach Wilson. Somebody else might bid 52 because their quarterback got injured week 1. So it's a blind bid, and it goes to the highest bidder. Not necessarily the worst team or the last one.
That's what Yahoo's been doing for like a year or 2 now, where you have to bid on it.
They took it from Sleeper. I've been in Sleeper for 4 or 5 years. Before people, I didn't even know what it was. And my buddy's like, I did all the research. This fits our criteria. We can have a live draft with people not here. So the clock's not right. The structure of Sleeper is just fantastic. And cheers again to everybody. Yeah,
at this rate, we got that's a good point. We got we're getting like one state at a time represented. We've got Iowa, we've got Arkansas, now we've got Nevada, we got a New Mexico. Bradigan's got Wisconsin.
I'm New
I mean,
Jersey.
you're going out on a limb with that one. Yeah, I mean, who knows? Next thing it'll be like Zimbabwe, it'll be Jamaica, North Korea. We're going to take over the communist countries. We're just going to take the world over, one fan at a time.
That should be a running gag right now in Arkansas. Yeah, Trent, I said that a couple weeks ago when we had Arkansas popped up, and wasn't there somebody else? We had a guy from Oregon, and I was like, "Oh, we have the Oregon Jet fan now." I forget who it is. Forgive me with all the names, but we had somebody from Oregon in, and I was like, "Oh, I'm like, we gotta start this now. We gotta get a map. Like, I'll put a map on the wall, and we'll put green pins." In every state,
right.
that the Jets fans have
I always love that Mitch Hedberg joke. I always liked Hedberg. If you know that joke,
one of the
he
best.
was great. Yeah, he said, I want to buy a map of the world and travel around and put pins everywhere I go. But first, I got to put pins in the top 2 corners of the world so the map won't fall down.
Yeah. My favorite Mitch one is so you buy a pair of pants and the pants have belt loops.
Right.
And
yeah.
The belt loops are holding up the belt, but the belt is holding up the pants. Who is the real hero in this situation?
we can do Hedberg one-liners like for him.
My god!
Oh, forget it.
Hedberg and Anthony Jeselnik. Because
I've seen him on the roast.
They're observational, swerve, where you have no idea where the joke is going. Like one of my best Anthony Jeselnik jokes is he goes, so for my birthday, I had to make a wish and blow out the candles. As soon as I was done, my grandmother suddenly dropped dead and passed away. Makes me really start thinking about what I'm going to wish for in the future now. Like it's all things like that where you have no idea where the punchline's going, and then it just like hits you.
It's funny. Like I look at Jeselnik, and he comes across like he's like a child molester in his spare time. You know,
he's great on podcasts.
He looks.
What he is on stage is totally different.
Yeah.
Like I call it swerve comedy, where like you have no idea where it's going, and boom, it hits you with like a quick little swerve. You gotta Google Anthony Jeselnik abortion joke. It's like oh my god, Bert Kreischer, guy who does comedy with his shirt off. I think I mentioned it before. He has the story, The Machine. He has the Machine story. It's about a 12-minute story with a whole bunch of different jokes and swerves in it. Jeselnik with the abortion joke. He takes his friend for an abortion and just
helps a friend get an abortion. Oh, it's 14 minutes, dude.
Yeah, it's so good, dude.
That's coming tomorrow.
It's 14 minutes. That's what she said.
That long?
All right,
that long?
Well, it's 12 and a half minutes of crying and apologizing, right?
Dude, I was setting you up. That long?
That's why. Well, 12 and a half minutes. Again, my work is stepfather. All right, Knob, hit us with it, man. My channel's. I'm not big enough to worry about being censored or blocked. I can create a new one tomorrow. There's a new guy in my work. His stepfather's from New York, and he's a Jets fan. First thing I asked if he's a Tellerham or Porco guy. Apparently, he laughed his ass off. He's a Tellerham guy. Oh, so he's hateable. Oh, I don't like those guys. I laughed at a guy today. I was on my way to work this morning. I stopped at the bagel place like 2 blocks away from work. And, dude, they give you the bagel with cream cheese on it. Looks like a Big Mac, man. It's fantastic.
Yeah, like the cream cheese is like 5 times as thick as the bagel.
A telemarketer once called the cops on me for telling her I was giving my sister an abortion on a cold call.
Huh? It's too late for me to try to break that down. Too late in the day. Wow. I was giving an
Actually, well, if you want to be Mr.
No.
Accuracy on the rest of the country is still Wednesday. Now I'm going to hit you with the early in the day, right? It's not too late.
That's right. If you go to the radio, it's now last night. I mean, once it's 12:01, it becomes last night. So,
Sergeant Mike, what's up, dude?
oh my God, I love that special. Richard Jenny was awesome. That Platypus Man is one of my favorite comedy shows of all time.
I know him.
Absolutely fantastic. The
Is
whole
that last
thing.
name spelled right?
Oh yeah. Bill the Belching Gourmet, hysterical. I mean, that whole thing start to finish is great. It really is. The sex comedy part of it at the end is just hysterical. Oh my God, Richard Jenny was funny. His football,
Yes.
His football routine, his football stuff was pretty good too. Yeah,
He
Jenny
died
was funny.
15 years ago.
He killed
He was-
himself. He's committed suicide. I know.
So what did he know about the Clintons?
Yeah. Well,
There you go. It was an easy one, right? If you
yeah.
don't commit suicide, you just know something about the Clintons.
Yeah. I definitely like Jenny. Yeah, and Platypus Man was probably his best.
I'm following the follow up here. They
was hoping
called, I
so.
answered, told my sister to start screaming. Cops thought it was hilarious. Yeah, Sergeant Mike, I'm definitely good looking.
It's on you. It's on YouTube. The only thing is, it's hard to repeat the stuff because it's not like quick hits. It's like stories. It's like
that's how
long.
Jeselnik is too, right?
That's
like
the thing with it.
You're
You
not
can't- it's not just
watching it. The
little comedy.
delivery. It's very hard to tell an Anthony Jeselnik joke because it's all about the face, the delivery, the pauses. It's very hard to duplicate what some of these guys do. Yeah, Trin, that's the best, man. That's the best. Is reminiscing and remembering. Like Dave Chappelle, George Carlin. I could sit here and I could do Chappelle's entire act.
I didn't
throughout
appreciate
the
Chappelle. Yeah, it took me a while to appreciate Chappelle. Now I really do. It's
Fantastic. He's so brilliant.
He
He's
is.
so brilliant. Most
Yeah,
of the
there's a-
stuff I can't repeat. I can't even do it justice with his delivery and his.
No, all you need to see is the bit about Juicy Smollett. It is.
Two o'clock?
You know,
Chicago Subway sandwiches.
Frank, come here.
Black guys in a manga hat.
MAGA hats?
Carl, come here. Can you tell me where Kanye West was tonight?
It was Frank.
It's so good.
Chad, y'all never heard of Juicy Smollett?
And I kicked her in the.
The stove top stuffing. The
I'm
thing
actually
with
really good at this comedy thing. If you ever knew, I'm
I
good.
report-
I have a fishbowl at home, and I write punchlines on these little note cards, and I throw them in
Right,
there.
the joke.
And from time to time, I'll walk through the house and I'll pull one out with the punchline. Now I got to write a joke about it. And then he just goes into different stories and comes back to it. It's so good.
Yeah.
So
And the
good.
fourth time I met O.J. Simpson. But yeah.
By the time I was done, if ever you've been to the comedy stage in Los Angeles, the door to the green room is on the stage. Juice was in the front row. I finished telling the last joke, thanked the crowd, and by the time I got in there, Juice was already back there.
The thing though, but the Juicy Smollett bit is so good. I once spent an hour and a half watching other people watch that video because it was
the
so
action
good.
videos? Yeah.
Oh, I needed to watch. I want to watch white people, black people, just everybody react to it. So this was one thing that I saw that I really liked. So I don't know if you ever watch any of the Blue Collar guys, Jeff Foxworthy, Bill Engvall. Don't know if you're in any of those guys, but so with Engvall,
Pause. Cough clap. Amen.
Agreed.
Trent, you're one of my favorites already, bro.
I'll give you one. So Bill was having a lot of trouble sleeping. He's in his mid-50s. The doctor prescribes him medical marijuana. So he tried, actually, it was brownies, but he didn't know it was brownies. He tried actually like rolling them up in zigzags and papers and smoking them. And long story short, he had like this absolutely horrible high. And then the phone rings and it's his mom. And it doesn't matter if you're 15 or 58. When you're high, the last person you need to hear from is your mother. So she goes, "Hey, Mom, this really isn't a good time."
I don't want to hear it when I'm sober.
Just let me do that. No, she said, "What's going on?" He said, "Well, your dad's been rushed to the hospital. Oh my God, he had some chest pain. Oh my God, is he having a heart attack?" No, relax. The doctor just says he has acute angina. He has a what? He has acute angina. I said, "Stop saying it, Mom." Keep in mind he was high when he heard that, so that didn't exactly help matters.
Nice.
Yeah. So.
All right. Let's get back to. I didn't get to be a part of the conversation earlier. If you guys want us to keep talking comedy, I'll do comedy all night. I can discuss comedy as well as I can discuss the Jets.
It's one of those things. It's like I know.
We'll talk comedy until somebody in the chat throws us a Jets topic they want us to get back on. But it looks like the chat is enjoying the comedy talk too.
Or just throw in any of your favorite comedians, or just any.
My favorite George Carlin joke was, "What's up with all these names nowadays?" This is back in the 90s.
Yes.
Yes. Kyle and Tucker and Todd. I bet you anything, 10 times out of 10, Bobby, Nick, and Vinny will Tony will beat the shit out of Todd,
Kyle, and Tucker. And Blake and Brent and Dylan. Well, hi, Todd. I'm Tucker. My thing with Carlin, and I know it's blasphemous to knock him, I know, but at the end he just became like this social commentator, and it was just like against everything that he just became a hateful social commentator. He wasn't a comedian,
but he did it in such a unique fashion. It wasn't. You could watch it and say, "Oh, he's on the left." 2 jokes later, shit, he's on the right.
Right.
He attacked both equally before the left and the right really became a civil war, right? He was pointing out the nuances before a lot of us ever saw it, which was part of his brilliance.
It wasn't so much the politics, it was more the faith, stuff like that I just couldn't, I could never listen to any of that. To me, it wasn't appropriate. But that's me. I don't want to hear that sort of thing. Some people do. That's their deal. I didn't. That's it. But just stuff like baseball, football, airport security, he definitely knew what was coming with the airport security. And that was before 9/11 ever happened. So what can we do than fool Jets forever and argue bad points for fun? Wait till the season starts. We'll come up with all kinds of bad ideas and all kinds of crazy points. So Jets are comedy? Yeah, that is true.
I just the thing I love about Netflix now is when Netflix used to give out long-term contracts or agreements, right? Where a movie would be on there for a year. And now they've gotten fresher with it. And the first of every month, which isn't too far away, hiccups, excuse me, they release new movies for the month. So now you get like a short, like Old School was on in July. It's not there anymore in August. All of these new and old things. And then Richard Pryor's back on. Eddie Murphy was on like in July. Like I love the freshness and the renewing of it, because when it's, I'm not going to say the P word on the show, but it's new angina. When it's new, it's great. It's refreshing. It's something new. Like I always said, the greatest 2 things in the world are putting in a brand new pair of contacts and a brand new. Mm-hmm. So it's always like one of the greatest things that can happen. So Netflix now having movies being re-released for just a month, and then you can go to the Netflix new releases and look at all the great shows is fantastic. Carlin's last special.
Didn't know that.
Was a 9/11. Canceled or delayed? Because I believe it eventually came out.
I would think it would have come out by now. It's been 21 years.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to come out. Don't forget, back in the day, HBO Tuesday night was their big release night. Yeah.
There's
9/11.
there's some
Tuesday.
and Showtime used to have some great stuff too. I mean, Showtime
Yeah.
had their thing. I mean, they had like Gallagher specials like constantly. I mean, that all that stuff was getting replayed like nobody's business. Amazon Prime for free for Platypus Man, but yeah, it's on YouTube also, so you can get it there. Steve Wright, yep, Steve Wright's very funny. Let's make it a three-way dance. Yeah, let's get J. Cole involved in the action also. Ooh, that's a bad image, but I would go off.
J. Cole being the referee would be like Shawn Michaels being the referee. He's gonna try to make it all about himself, right? Like the Bret Hart Undertaker SummerSlam in '97 at the Meadowlands that I was at.
Legendary.
That was the one where I showed you. Did I send you the video when I'm in the Bret Hart documentary?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, that was that SummerSlam. That was where Stone Cold with the Owen pile driver broke his neck. I kind of like it when a lot of people die.
Sad.
Is that supposed to be die? It's got to be, right?
I kind of like it. Knowing Carlin, yeah, that would be
George
him.
Carlin has got to be. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole deal. Yeah. Was he including himself on that? Okay.
Wow.
Maybe that.
Oh, wow. That just went cryptic. That went dark, huh?
I'm wondering. Well, I mean, he died.
Yeah,
so was he happy at that point?
Courtesy of that, let me turn the lights down in here.
There you go.
One of the best movie cameos that I'll say it's top 5 for me is when George Carlin played God in Jay and Silent Bob or whatever, one of the movies.
It was one of those movies I did
with Buddy Christ. Remember little Buddy Christ character with the thumbs up and the point with Jesus?
Honestly, no. I can't help you on that one.
You don't know Jay and Silent Bob and Buddy Christ? Anyone watching Buddy Christ?
Like, I'm familiar with the movie, but I've never seen it. Sorry about that, Chief.
You know what? Someday you're going to have to come up here and visit. Or I'll come down there. Because the chances of getting you up here are very slim, it seems like.
Well, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to give out my address anytime soon at this rate. Well, Iowa knows it anyway, so he'd probably squeal anyway.
I'll just go to the
Actually, he knows my work address.
I'll just go to the gym that you're always tagging yourself at. I'll figure it out.
There you go. Oh, there you go. I know I'm running because I got to get away from you and your security team.
I did not have. Is that what it was, Emina?
Oh, History of the World. I've seen bits of that. There's some
Ben Affleck and Damon are in it. Everyone's in it.
History of the World. Wasn't that like the Mel Brooks movie from years ago? History of the World. I thought that was like an old school movie. I thought that was like 60s. Maybe I'm wrong, but
fun fact about Afro Man, he bit slapped.
1981. Okay, 1981 comedy parody. Yeah, Mel Brooks written, produced, and directed. Yeah, one of my favorite things that I saw from that movie was when Moses is coming down from Mount Sinai with 3 tablets, and he's going to announce the commandments. He says, God has given me these 15, and one of the tablets falls out, shatters on the ground. 10 commandments.
Mel Brooks was.
You know what's really cool? There is actually a museum of the Bible in Washington, D.C., and they show about how the Bible has influenced all kinds of different types of art. One of them is movies, and they show that scene in the museum, which is really neat.
Favorite movie? Wow.
That's an interesting choice.
You know what? Nah, brought it up. Let's talk about it. Name your favorite movie. Chat, go ahead. Give us your favorite movie. If you can't name one, because I can't.
It's so hard to do that.
I'll name my favorite 2. Now, I'm not saying these are the best 2 movies I've ever seen. I'm saying that these are the 2 movies that I have enjoyed the most. Watching it either by myself or with friends back in the day. My favorite movie to watch of all time is Boogie Nights. Because when Boogie Nights first came out, I had bought the VHS tape. And when we would be bored, and when in the late 90s we weren't 21 yet, we weren't going out to bars all the time, we'd be like, "Yo, what are we doing tonight?" And like we'd be hanging out on our street, like outside. We played football on the street all the time. And as we got older, everyone on the street knew that, like, yo, these guys all live here. It's cool. They can hang out till 1, 2 o'clock and drink. We're not going to call the cops on them. They're neighborhood kids. And someone would be like, "Shine, go get Boogie Nights. Let's go. We'll go to my house. We'll watch it. We'll go in the basement." And we would just have a blast watching it. And it just came out on Netflix again. And I sat here one day and I watched it, man. And I could reenact the whole movie to this day. The other one,
By yourself?
like, no, I could. Like,
the dialogue, you mean? Oh. Because in Boogie Nights, that's a whole different thing.
I knew all the lines.
I was just messing with you.
Oh, it's just fantastic. The other one that I don't think anyone will ever put in the top 10 of theirs, or maybe even top 20, I loved Face Off. When Nicolas Cage, I had such a crush on Gina Gershon at the time. My Lord, I would eat her peach for hours.
That movie was intense.
Days. Until my tongue went numb and fell off.
That movie was intense. I will say, for me,
it
was
one. Brayden didn't want the movie talk. He
really, really tried. I know.
We'll get to that 1 minute, Brayden. I promise you.
That was a movie. I could only watch Face Off one time. That was it. I couldn't watch it again because it like
GBH,
that was like,
welcome, buddy. Listen to that. It makes you want to move, get freaky deaky.
I mean,
listen, I hired you because I thought you were cool and I thought your movie acting would bring in some people, but it's just not working here.
I would probably go by the movie that I've seen the most number of times. I pretty much have to go with that, and it's been Airplane. I mean, I used to be able to quote the whole movie just like you did. I mean, my dad got me into that probably about 1989. I was about 9 years old, and before long, I could quote the entire film. It was ridiculous. Like most people never even knew what I was talking about, and now we just throw it back and forth in the chat. It's like there's really two movies. There's Airplane and My Cousin Vinny. Maybe the most quotable lines of all time are those two movies in terms of percentage of lines that you could quote and people know what you're talking about.
The only line I can quote is "These two Utes." These what? Utes.
What? What is a Ute?
That's the only line I know.
Yeah, my biological clock is ticking like this. But there's been a couple of them. But
Roadhouse.
I'll give you another one of my favorites is In the Line of Fire because I love Clint Eastwood. I really like John Malkovich, and Rene Russo is just gorgeous. Just a great story. Great three of my favorites.
Pay this man his money. I talked like John Malkovich for like a year once.
Malkovich just man, he will crap. And also Miracle's a big one for me too. I love the story. Herb Brooks was masterful in that performance. Miracle is one of my favorites.
Do you remember John Malkovich being on Saturday Night Live and somebody, I forget the actor, was talking to him like him? Yes. I think it was Bill Hader. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. Okay. But he's like, that's not how I speak. And like Bill Hader goes, no, this is exactly how you speak. And the fact that it was back and forth.
I do remember the only thing similar to that I do remember is one of the D. Martin roasts when they were roasting Jimmy Stewart. And Rich Little gets up and he goes, "Your Jimmy Stewart it isn't what it used to be. Now get up here and look through the tops of your eyes like this, you see? And you got to move your hand out like this." And Stewart goes, "I feel terrible." And he goes, "Well, how do you think we feel? We've been watching you for 30 years do this stuff."
Best two live, I want to say three. But number 3 for me is distant from 1 and 2. The best two live comedians, and not stand up, live crowd in the moment, Don Rickles and Martin Short. I have never seen either one be off. I've never seen them miss. I know Steve Martin's good, but for me, my third is Jim Carrey, because I think Jim Carrey can always kill with whatever he does. Whether it's doing the physical overacting or if it's subtle. Like he won a Golden Globe and he's like, "Here I am, I'm Jim Carrey." 2-time Golden Globe Award winner. And you may ask yourselves, what does 2-time Golden Globe Award winning actor Jim Carrey dream about at night? It's becoming 3-time Golden Globe Award winner. Like he's just making fun of the Golden Globes at the Golden Globes, which is fantastic.
Eminem was some good ones.
Bravo for
Good
bringing
choice.
this up. Oh,
Eminem's picked some good ones between Pulp Fiction, Animal House. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, these.
Absolutely.
Eminem, are you available Friday night? We're going to do a fantasy football draft on my channel. Do you want in? 10 o'clock Friday night.
$20.
$20, something little. We'll do 180 for first. We'll do 60 for second. If I don't get enough teams, my kid will take one. He'll be here with me if he wants to do it.
And he'll win because of course.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
You mean I'll win because he's not paying to get it.
It'd be like, hand daddy the money.
Yeah.
I could see it right now.
What happened? Sorry, buddy. Nobody else paid. Go mow 10 lawns and then you get it.
What about the Dice? Andrew Clay? Not the biggest Andrew Dice Clay guy. Not so much.
You're not a fan of Pink Cadillac?
Pink Cadillac? The movie? Haven't really seen
Pretty
that
sure
one.
that was the Andrew Dice Clay movie.
He got a couple of them.
Braden's question. I saw it up here. I want to get back.
Yeah, not an ADC guy. Not really.
How many running backs, fullbacks, and tight ends are we keeping in the 53, and who are they?
Okay, we'll go there. We'll go here.
First, because you went earlier today, and then I'm gonna have to get up, and I'll let you go while I'm up.
Okay.
Hall, Carter. I think Coleman's a surprise cut. I do because there's other people can do what Coleman does. I think Knight can come in and be that guy. I think Ty's gone. I think we go running backs.
Mm-hmm.
Hall, Carter, Knight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Knight survives if they go practice squad with him. I really don't.
Mm-hmm.
He's big. He's physical. P. Ryan's gone. I think they keep Bowden because nobody else can do what Bowden does as that fullback type in these offenses. Green Bay, San Francisco survive. You know, Greg Kuhn was on Green Bay for years. You need that. You need that fullback in this system.
You just don't want to lose Bowden's girlfriend. Let's be honest.
I mean, I don't care if he goes to play NFL Europe. I still have her Instagram. That's the only way I'll have her. But my God, I will be standing outside that suite entrance waiting for her. I'm the opener. I'll call you. You can see video of it.
Once Gina Gershon's out of the way. Okay, got it. Go ahead.
Gina Gershon. Yeah, Gina, that was 20-something years ago, man.
Of course. Showgirls.
The only one that has stood the test of time for over 20 years with me, there's two. Heather Locklear and Carmen Electra.
Brain, we apologize. Nick got a little sidetracked. I didn't mean to do that. So it was me. I know.
I'm easily distracted by females.
I've noticed.
It's a good thing.
We've noticed.
Fullback Bowden, so that's 4.
Yeah.
Tight ends, I could see 4.
It's hard.
I'm not.
That's what she said.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think the Jets may be regretting the CJ Uzomah signing with how Conklin has separated himself. I was at the practice and CJ barely got out there. It's all Conklin. Everything's Conklin. And you got Ruckert. And, I mean, Cager's getting more headlines than Uzomah. I think there might be a little buyer's remorse with CJ. And I love the guy. I love the character. But 3 years, $24 million, and
out after 2.
Drastically outplayed by Conklin already. It was supposed to be like the two of you equals, right?
But is CJ being used in that role that Conklin is? I feel like CJ is being used more of a blocker. He's being used more of an inline tight end. So the stats aren't going to be are going to be gaudy, but
do that.
He can do it somewhat. But maybe CJ, you know what he is? Maybe he's Bart Scott. More so for his team building, more for his energy, more for his leadership, but the production may not be quite what we want it to be. But you know what? If he can help bring the soccer together,
like Cager,
I got no problem.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but are we want to lose a young guy who changed positions and is more athletic?
I would take out a wide receiver. I kind of like the idea of if Cager is sort of that 6 wide receiver / that 4 tight end. I like him in sort of a dual role. I think you could do that, and then just have 5 wide receivers. You can lose Mims, you can lose Smith, either one. There's only 4 wide receivers I have to have on this team, and we know, and you can figure out who they are. It's obvious, but why do we have to have both Smith and Mims? The answer is we don't.
You're not going to. Unless massive injuries, knock on wood, hit Sunday. There's no way Smith and Mims both make this team. There's no way in hell. Oh, no, I'm not saying she's not fine. I'm not saying she's not fine. I mean, many of these tight ends are better than last year, so whatever. Absolutely. Yeah. But I don't think the Jets thought that Conklin would connect with the quarterbacks the way he has. Everything has been Conklin so far.
Everything's coming up Conklin. Yeah. I mean, I kind of feel the same way that you do about the running backs. Carter Hall, Knight, same thing. See, I feel as though I can't do this without the wide receivers because I'm looking at overall playmakers. So to me, I am not afraid. If you need to get a wide receiver, I feel like that's a position you could get on waivers, or there'll be somebody out there who could be like a third, fourth receiver. But you have 4 legit wide receivers. After that, I'm sorry, you don't have anybody who's all that good. You know, stash Calvin Jackson on the practice squad for all I care. That's cool. Just let him do that. Let him do his little thing. Oh my gosh, Trevon Wesco to me. I wasn't even thinking about him. I mean, 2 more penalties, please. Goodbye. Go. Enough.
Yeah,
to me,
Wesco was a hold the fort guy, right?
Yeah,
you drafted, you hoped, but we saw very quickly there was no long-term potential with him.
No, yeah, Cager to me could be our Mike Gesicki. That he's a tight-ended name, but he sort of plays like a wide receiver.
Why not Darren Waller? Go bigger, bro. Darren Waller. That's what I see.
Is he on a contract? Okay. Well, not getting Darren Waller, but playing like Darren Waller. Okay, I see what you're talking about.
Yeah, because Waller was a basketball player. He was he converted to the position.
Okay.
And they had patience with him, and it's paid off pretty well, right?
Yeah. Yep. I would really go just I would go you could keep Smith or Mims, either one, but Cager goes in as well.
So
I'll get picks with West. Can we throw Shepard in? Yeah, let's get Wesco, but can we throw Shepard in that also? Let's include both.
Who, Lito Shepard? How far back are we going, bro? I'll give picks just to ensure Wesco never is a Jet again. My goodness. So basically, you want to do the Jared Goff trade? We're going to give you the player and picks just to take him.
You got to have a good Goffense. It's all about the Goffense.
Not your best.
I didn't even make that one up. I've heard that in other places. That was not original. I'll be the first to say that.
AC, what's
up,
bro? I thought
that was common knowledge. Hey, AC.
What's up, buddy?
Meg Tilly.
Was it Jennifer Tilly?
I know Jennifer Tilly.
Jennifer Tilly was the very endowed one in the one movie bouncing around the whole time. I forget.
Yeah, she's like a total scream queen. Oh, yeah, she was the one in Liar Liar.
Right? Yes. Who wanted the lawsuit?
Right, who won the lawsuit. And she was in, what was it, Bride of Chucky? She was in that movie also.
Yeah.
But Meg Tilly, okay. Oh, I got it. Meg Tilly. Okay.
Did you just finish? What was that high pitched screech? I'm done.
She's Jennifer Tilly's sister, actually.
Oh, so similar traits, I'll say.
I don't know. The camera doesn't go down that far.
Oh, what do you mean camera? Teach you how to Google?
I mean, we could, but not doing it for me. I got to be honest. No, bless her, but no, not doing it for me. Man, I'm sounding like an anime girl because I go,
You just have to learn how to Google. You got to type in Meg Tilly rack.
Is that what you? What's this Google thing you speak of? I don't know what you're talking about.
No, it's not the site itself. It's the key words that you put in.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the key words.
Tilly and Gershon inbound. GB. Doesn't matter. Injuries mean Dallas gets talked about. Dallas being talked about creates money for Jerry Jones. He learned very quickly, I'm better off being talked about than we are winning games. He does not care about winning. He just cares about staying relevant. And there are other ways to stay relevant than winning, and Jerry Jones has mastered that as an owner.
You know what? It's not that I hate the Cowboys, but Jerry Jones just gets under my skin. That's all.
Jerry Jones can't get under his own skin with how plastic it is.
He is so unlikable. Oh my gosh.
Very good, Eminem. Very good. Hey, guys, I know there's some new names here. Guys, if you aren't subbed up, please sub up. And if any of you guys, you're family now. You've been here, for 40 minutes. You're part of my family. Anybody can make Friday night, 10 o'clock Eastern. I got 3 spots left in a fantasy football draft. We're going to do like $20. It'll be fun. We'll monitor it throughout the season. And then the following Friday of Labor Day weekend, for those of you who are part of the other streams and know Dark Soldier, him and I, probably with the help of Adam and Jeremy, we're going to put together 20 to 30 questions. Sack leader, interception leader, tackles leader. We're going to do maybe like a $5-10 pool. And then just
how much more money do you need from me, brother?
Football season, man. This is where you spend money to make money. You don't need to give it right away.
All I know, hey, my rent keeps going up. That's all I know.
I'm going to try to help you pay it.
Seriously, no, I'm not going to get too much into this, but I got my rent increase notice like a week ago, and the longest I can renew it for is 3 months.
Why? Because usually they want to renew it again. They want to up it again in 3 months.
Bingo.
Most states have a law where you can only increase the rent a certain percentage every renewal.
Mm-hmm.
So that's their way of saying, okay, we're not going to give you 12 months at 3%. We're going to give you 3 months at 3%, 3 months at 3%. They'll get more money. I'm just throwing out the 3%. That's, you know what I'm saying? But if they renew the lease every 3 months, they can legally increase the rent every 3 months.
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's like I would like to be able to go to my employer and say, hey, this is what I'm looking at. I mean, at the very least, I mean, this has to be covered for what I do. But, I don't want to have to go back to them again in 3 months and say, hey, got another increase. Don't want to do that. That's all. AC, you mentioned Elijah Riley. Elijah Riley was claimed by Pittsburgh. He's gone.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, Pittsburgh claimed him. So
they did well with Arthur Millette. And they just picked up
they claimed another one
Rashard, too.
Rashid, yeah. Pittsburgh is loving our cuts. I kind of feel good about that.
James Farrier they got years ago.
Well,
we got Alan Faneca.
Kimo Van Olhoffen. I know the less said about that, the better. But
wow, I forgot that name.
I know Kimo. I know because you know why? Because he was the one who injured Carson Palmer towards
Who's
ACL.
That guy, we really needed, and we didn't draft him. They did. Oh, Watt.
I'm like, is this a trick question? Okay. I was like, Najee?
He fell to what, 26 or 27, right? Amazing.
I was even thinking, I feel like I didn't even know TJ Watt till 2 years ago because it's like, oh, JJ. So I was like, oh, there's another Watt.
First round pick.
Yeah. Sergeant Mike, Ellen
Wisconsin.
Barkin.
Did he go to Wisconsin like JJ, or did he go somewhere else?
He might have. I'm sorry. I need
got the brother, too. The brother's the fullback on that team also.
I need a moment. Sergeant Mike just mentioned Ellen Barkin from Sea of Love. I need a minute to daydream.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Who?
Ellen Barkin. So he mentioned Maria Bello from History of Violence, but he mentioned Ellen Barkin from Sea of Love. If you haven't seen Sea of Love, make sure you're alone when you watch it. That's all I'm gonna say.
I've seen a Love Boat.
Oh my God.
Same thing.
Those are some scenes. Little bit different than that, but I will say it's her and Al Pacino. Oh
shit.
Oh my God, those scenes are hello. Yeah, and I'll leave it at that. She has not aged well, however. Ellen Barkin has not aged well physically or mentally. I'll leave it at that.
man, I'm having a very hard.
You're having a what?
I'm trying to. Blown Away with Nicole Eggert. Nicole Eggert was on Charles in Charge,
Of course.
and then she did a movie with Corey Haim.
And she did Baywatch.
She did Charles in Charge first with Scott Baio.
Of course.
And Buddy. Hey, Charles, it's me, Buddy Lundbeck.
Dude, I watched every episode of Charles in Charge. I binge watched Charles in Charge. I love that show so
And then
much.
that was her naked waiting for Corey Haim when she comes upstairs. And Corey Haim walks around the spiral stairs, sees her, and goes, nice duck.
So this is a different Blown Away. This isn't the one with Tommy Lee Jones and Jeff Bridges.
Yes, there was two that came out with like in the same year of one another.
So there's two. Okay.
Totally ordered the wrong one on pay-per-view years ago. Sucks we cut Riley, hopefully. Eminem, what was the yep for? You're available for the draft? Fucking inflation, buddy. Yeah.
And somebody I think asked any cut candidates that we could pick up. You know what? Chances are, if we pick somebody up, it'll be somebody that very few of us have ever heard of. We might know the name, but we're probably not going to know too much about them.
Look at the 49ers, look at the Seahawks, right? Because Salah, look at the Falcons, maybe?
Maybe.
Because the familiarity with the coaching staff, right? Okay.
I mean, we've been talking about Deion Jones a whole lot, but I don't think he's going anywhere.
Sergeant Mike, very good point. We're now going to be the team that people are scooping from instead of the team that needs to scoop, which shows what? The culture's changing, the tides are turning, the ship is pointing in the right direction, or starting to, right? We're almost there. Who was the chick from
Catherine, I think it means Katherine Heigl. She was either in the first or the second Under Siege. I know that she was in that before she went on Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, she was in.
She was in one of the Under Siege movies as
She was
Steven
the blonde
Seagal's
in
daughter.
Grey's Anatomy early on when Grey's Anatomy first started.
And she was in. Yeah, I actually liked her most in My Father the Hero. Not that it was a good movie, but she was really cute in that film.
Yeah.
So I liked her in that one.
All right. Hey, I gotta wake up at 6:30 tomorrow.
Even though you're off.
I'm gonna DoorDash in the morning, and then I'm hoping to play golf around like 10:30.
All right. Well, I got another day of running tomorrow. Got to keep on training. Then it's 10 to 7. We got 150 students starting school on Monday, so it is insane. We got starts all year long, but August is the busiest. So, and right now on the campus, there's 3 people, including me, for financial. I need a moment again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I'll tell you, one that, man, I suck with names. Who is I think she's Hispanic. The other guys, Will Ferrell's wife and the other guys.
Will Ferrell. I didn't see the other guys.
Where Mark Wahlberg is like, how are you married to him? Because like Will Ferrell's like a super dork, hot, hot, obviously.
Eva Mendes.
Yes.
She's fine.
One of them.
Wow, this is a heck of a cast. Michael Keaton, The Rock was in it.
Oh my God.
Jackson.
Michael, I don't want to. If you have never seen it, it's on
No.
Netflix. You're gonna watch it.
All right.
If you need, I'll send you the Netflix pad. If you don't have Netflix, I'll send you pass.
I don't. And Ice-T narrates.
Samuel L. Jackson and The Rock are in it.
That's all you need to know. Are they in it together?
10 minutes.
Okay, that's good.
Best
That's good.
10 minutes of a movie I've ever seen, and then they're done. It's a wrap.
The best
So
10
good.
minutes. Okay. Well, 10 minutes.
It's so good. For anyone who's seen the other guys, you know what I'm talking about. How the movie starts off. You think like, holy shit! Like there's no promotion of them being in the movie. It's Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg. Michael Keaton is their sergeant or lieutenant. The guy Rob. Hangover. In the face. The guy Rob from Fox, who does like the comedy stuff.
Rob Schneider?
No, Rob Schneider. He's
I don't know. Rob from Fox? I don't know.
Rob Wiggle.
Oh, I wouldn't have known.
You know him. He does Fox Football.
Oh,
He does
okay.
like the
I've seen little bits of it.
segments making fun of like Howie Long and Strahan every
You know
week.
what? I usually don't even watch because by that time I'm usually on my way to the bar to watch the game with the group, so I usually miss the pre-games.
Eva wasn't Hitch. Yeah,
Erica Laniak was pretty good back in her day. Yeah, I know
she had a very small. She was like Sam Darnold in the Detroit game, the first year in the opener.
Yeah,
very small window of greatness, and then it ended.
It really
did.
Look
at her, and she looks like me now. Like it's.
Then
bad.
she went on Celebrity Weight Loss. I remember. Yeah. She was good on Baywatch for like a year or two. She was there before Nicole Eggert was.
Hitch. Yes, she wasn't Hitch. You're right.
I've watched too much Baywatch, I'm sad to say. But, hey.
No, there's no such thing. Why is that show not in syndication? Multiple full houses.
Oh my God!
I don't these shows getting redone. Why, with the women that we have today and the surgical enhancements that they're available to all of them?
Do I really have to explain this?
Like a cable version of Baywatch? Can you imagine because it's cable?
Too misogynistic. We know how this all works. It's now objectifying the women. We'll have all this stuff out. Let's be, but dude, you may not think so, but you know there will be groups of women who will think that. We know it.
Women that get nude in every show, every movie.
Pluto has a 24/7 Baywatch channel.
Wait, what? Oh man, I cut the cord.
I mean that show sold for more in syndication than like any TV show in history. I thought, pretty much. So
it did back then.
It has to be available. Yeah.
WWOR Channel 9. It was on a loop, like on a Saturday.
Like 4 p.m.
Yeah. Like you know how South Park plays on Comedy Central now? Like you could put it on. It used to just be you played it from 8 o'clock on, but now Comedy Central's like, fuck this. The show makes too much money. We're gonna air it all day. 10 o'clock in the morning, South Park's on.
No, that's true. I mean, I remember growing up, Channel 11. It would be 5 o'clock. It'd be like Saved by the Bell. 5:30, Charles in Charge. 6 o'clock would be 2 episodes of Full House. I still remember that.
Charles in charge
of our days and our nights.
Charles in charge of our wrongs and our rights.
Say, I want Charles in charge.
Hey, Charles, it's me, Buddy Lembeck.
Josie
funny
Davis
color hairs, and none of them can run to the water, so everyone drowns and dies.
And I gotta say, Josie Davis has only gotten more and more beautiful. She has aged amazingly well. I gotta say.
I just picture everyone dying because the new lifeguards, the liberal lifeguards, can't run to the water. It'll be like them stumbling down the lifeguard ramp, not running in slow motion.
We just gotta have diversity. Yeah, except it's the guys running, it's their titties who are bouncing.
Oh man, that's how I am in the middle of the night when my stomach gets upset. Thanks, bro.
Right.
All right, everybody, we're out. If you are not subscribed already to my channel, please join. We started late.
And if I could give a plug, please check out NY Sports Wicker Media, my channel. I'd appreciate it. I'm 2 followers away from 100, taking over the world. I know. But no, I love doing it. No. Yep. Yeah. One follower at a time. I'm having a great time doing it. Put up 2 videos today. One actually involved the Brooklyn Nets, which I'm sure you would have appreciated.
I'm gonna watch it. I saw you post it. I came in from work. I sat down. I kicked my feet up. I started watching Dinner with Schmucks tonight because that was the movie that was on.
Right.
You know that movie, right? With Paul Rudd and Steve Carell and Zach Galifianakis.
I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it. So when you said I was watching Dinner with the Schmucks, I said, "Well, why are you hanging around with a bunch of schmucks?"
I heard it.
By the way, when you watch my video, you'll be the 6th person to do it, so I'd appreciate it.
I got you.
But it's okay.
AC, that was a Friday night. I remember being at my parents' house. I was 15 at the point. I turned 16 later in the year in '94. and it was the Knicks and the Rockets NBA Finals. I forget who won it. Obviously, it wasn't the Knicks.
Game 5, the Knicks won the game.
No, I meant the series.
I just
no one cares about who won Game 5 in a series unless it's.
I'm not thinking about Game 6 or 7.
I'll never forget. This was still when TVs had rabbit ears, so all of a sudden we go to you live now. Breaking news: the O.J. Simpson accused of murdering 2 people, and Al Cowling's driving. And my dad's like, "Oh shit!" He goes, "Go adjust that." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Go adjust the rabbit ears." And people who don't know what rabbit ears, they were antennas on the back, and some of them had aluminum foil on the tips. And me, I was the greatest rabbit ear adjuster in the world because I had the ability that as soon as I touched it, the picture went crystal clear. For years, I thought Cheers and the Cosby Show on Thursday nights was a radio program because I was always standing behind the TV. I never got to see the front of the TV. My dad would like, go hold that for an hour. So, yeah, it was interrupted the NBA Finals. The NBA Finals got interrupted for a police chase. And I'll never forget my dad saying, "I got money on this fucking game. If I got to watch this bullshit and he's got a gun, I better see the window blow out at some point." And I turned to look at my dad and I went, "Oh my God, you just became my favorite person ever."
Thanks,
passed on that tonight, Dad.
Thanks, Sergeant Mike. I appreciate it. And yeah, Urkel, I watched every episode of Family Matters. Loved Family Matters. Urkel, Waldo,
Friday night was the best.
It's great. Step by
step.
Family Matters. Boy Meets World.
That was later, though. That was
later. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Was Full House? Full House was Friday. Did they move it? I remember when Saved by the Bell, the college years was competing with it, but I swear that was a Tuesday.
Lyle Alzado?
Bob Golick.
Bob.
Yeah, Bob.
I knew it was one of those steroids guys who lost a lot of weight when they stopped.
Yeah, not Mike. Not Mike from Mike and Mike, but brother of Mike. So that was Bob.
Good point.
That lasted one season, but I mean, I don't know. I was watching it, but and now watching Full House in retrospect, I'm like, oh my God, this is the corniest show I have ever seen. It's just like,
Suzanne Summers with all the wait a minute,
Three's
we
Company.
can't leave without talking about Three's. Oh my God, Furley or Roper?
I haven't seen too many episodes of Three's Company. Actually, I didn't see. Hey, I wasn't around then. You might.
Anybody in the chat watch that? I got a trivia question for anyone in the chat. I have a trivia question.
Yeah, I can't help you with this one.
What was the name of the bar that Jack worked at? And what was Larry's last name? Knob, you're correct. 100%. You're correct. The name of the bar that Jack worked at, and what was Larry's last name?
Carl Winslow was the man. Hey, big guy.
Yeah.
Okay. After this question, I do have a confession to make in regards to Family Matters, and this might get us kicked off the air, but I gotta tell you the story.
Anybody without Google, can you tell me Larry's last name? A girl made out with me at a Halloween party once because she said no one in the room will know this, and if you know it, I will kiss you. And she asked the question, and before the question was even done, I spit out the answer, and everyone's jaw dropped. And then hers did too. Nobody? Larry, the greatest sidekick in television history, next to Jefferson?
Charles? Hey, Charles? Over Buddy? All right.
Larry
over Robin?
Dallas.
Over
Larry
Robin?
Dallas was his name.
Larry Dallas. Okay.
But very good with the Regal Beagle. A lot of people.
All
right, what's your confession?
Okay, so we were doing this is probably about 2013 or so, 12 or 13. And a bunch of friends and we were doing a big house party for New Year's Eve. And it was a costume party. They said, dress up as your favorite famous character. My mom has the genius idea, you should just go as Steve Urkel. So we had that idea. I could still remember the Party City store in Naperville, Illinois, on Route 59. I have pictures. We went into Party City, and I got an afro wig, and I trimmed down the sides so it would look like a fade. yellow bow tie, rainbow suspenders. Before that would have meant something different. White button down
That still
shirt,
means the same for you, right?
oversized. F off. Yellow oversized yellow glasses. I wore the blue jeans and I rolled the jeans halfway up my calf. High white socks, brown shoes. Then I got 3 more words for you. Maybelline Mocha Foundation. I painted my whole face.
Oh my God. I can never have you on the show again.
I could never run for political office. Not that I ever would have wanted to,
Oh my
but
God.
this really happened. We covered my face, my neck, my ears. The only thing we didn't touch were my hands because I didn't want to start marking stuff out. But I show up with this girl. Her name was Natalie. I'll never forget. And my friends literally did not recognize me. I just walked in and said, "Hi, ni hao, everybody. Got any cheese?" And there were seriously women. There was this girl who I had a huge crush on at the time, and she said, "Oh my God, Urkel, you're my favorite character. Can I take my picture with you?" I'm like, "Yes, you may." And
Yeah,
then there were,
but now if you had a time machine, you'd go back and be like, no pictures, no pictures.
oh my God, no. So one other story from that. There were 3 women, all about 45, my usual age range. And they all asked for a picture with me. So of course I'm taking the picture and I give like the nerdiest look that I could possibly give. So we take the picture. One looks at my face, looks at my hand, looks back at my face and goes, "You mean you're not really black?"
It was a different time when we were kids.
That sums it up right there, doesn't it?
Different time.
It was a very different
wasn't
time.
meant to be
Nowadays, you're
anything offensive, right? It wasn't meant
now
to
you're
be
the worst
offensive.
person. Now you're the worst person in the world if you do that, right?
That's what's up.
And your whole life is just completely ruined. In fact, well, maybe.
I told you that in confidence. Thanks for saying that on air.
Yeah. Well.
All right, everybody. We'll see you.
Are you
Friday
sure?
night.
Are you? Stay on for like a second after we finish this off. Yeah, because I gotta head out too. So, man, we did an hour.
My wife's dressed up with it. Are they yelling at me now? I think my friends have pictures. 2010 Halloween, I went as Snooki for Halloween, and I went to Walmart and I got a 4X leopard skirt. I got a skin tight 3X like women's shirt.
There goes
We
my
stuffed it,
chances.
and a female friend of mine gave me the whole orange skin, and I went without underwear, and every day, all night long at the party, I kept bending over to pick things up, and like the mini skirt would pop up, and it was. People still say it was the funniest fucking thing they've ever seen in their life.
So,
over the top and
I
appropriate.
apologize to everybody in the chat since none of us will be able to sleep for the next week with that visual in mind.
All right.
Wow.
I did notice that we lost 2 viewers during that.
All 2. I will give you credit for, well, I would say having the balls, but with Snooki, I wouldn't say that.
No, they were
there would
out.
be any involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would be out. Yeah, so literally, that'd be the problem.
Oh, that's good. No, that's good.
Just put the lotion in the basket, didn't you, Knopcraft?
I do me. Sounded too good, right? All right, everybody.
All right,
We
we gotta
are
call this.
Thank you for watching. We'll see you Friday night. Make sure to join the stream Friday night, 10 o'clock Eastern. Live fantasy football draft. We will have the stream up on the board here. And well, I hope you got laid, because who wants you loud?
We got you laud.
Typo. I do it. It's okay.
Laud. That's like a praise. Like give him laud, right? I think that's what he meant. Yeah, give him laud.
You never looked better. You're right. So many. That was the joke of the night. Like, I wish
man.
he looked this good. I went to a party dressed as Adam once, my fig leaf. All right, everybody. Peace. Friday night, 10 p.m. Eastern, USA. Peace.
Have a great night.